Good evening, everyone. My name is Ifeoma Odulami. I have some exciting breaking news and I cannot wait to share it. I got a chance to review the news with regards to the House bill on the immigration provisions for the budget reconciliation. And I'm so excited. I wanted to talk about it and just give you guys a quick preview because I've gotten so many emails regarding what's going on and all that. So I want to talk about it real quick. Now remember, this has not passed, but if it did, it would be really great. And for those who don't know me, my name is Ifeoma Odulami. I'm an immigration attorney from Odulami Law Firm in New Jersey, where we fight for fellow immigrants for their American dream. And that's what we're talking about today, the American dream. So this American dream would be available to 4 groups of people. It will be available to dreamers. Those are people who came to the United States before the age of 18. It's available to TPS farm workers and essential workers. Essential workers would have to provide proof that they worked in an essential capacity job between January 31, 2020 and August 24th, 2021. So basically, let's dig in. So this bill also addresses the visa backlog, which has really been out of control. So like I said, if this passes, this will be wonderful. So the visa backlog basically allows people who have an approved I-140 and I-130 petition. The I-140 is an employment-based petition which has been approved, and I-130 is one by a U.S. citizen family member who's a U.S. citizen which has been approved. So basically what it does is allows people with a priority date that is more than 2 years to adjust by their status by requesting a waiver of the numerical limitations by paying a supplemental fee of $5,000. So what this basically means is that people who have an approved petition for family-based or employment-based petition, but who cannot adjust their status and get a green card because the line is too long and it hasn't gotten to their turn, they can actually make the line move faster by paying a supplemental fee of $5,000 in addition to the adjustment of fee status, and then they can get their green card. So this is really fantastic news if this would pass. Now, there are other people who are mentioned in this bill, which the dreamers. So the dreamers, it looks like they would qualify to get adjust their status and get a green card, and so there's some conditions that are mentioned. So primarily, the people who have to qualify, the dreamers or people who qualify would have to have arrived to the United States before January 1, 2021, and they have to have arrived before they turned 18, and they have to show that they have continuously resided in the United States since that time. There are also some secondary requirements. They have to meet one of the following. They have served in the U.S. Armed Forces, or they're completing at least 2 years in good standing at a U.S. educational institute in a degree program or a post-secondary credential program, or they have to show that they have a consistent record of earned income in the United States during the 3 years preceding their filing of the adjustment of status, or they could show that they're a student or engage in internship, apprenticeship, or similar training program. So if this person who is a potential, if this dreamer meets this, then they would be able to adjust their status by paying a supplemental fee, and they have to pass a security screening and medical examination. Now, this also, TPS is also another group of people that would benefit from this bill. So for TPS to qualify for a green card, they have to show they have been in the United States for 3 or more years. They had or qualified for TPS on January 1st, 2017, and they have not engaged in any conduct that would make them ineligible for deferred enforced departure. So then let's talk about the essential workers. They too would be a part of, would be able to adjust their status and get a green card if this bill were to pass. So basically, the essential workers would have to show that they've been in the U.S. continuously, and they would have to show a consistent record. I think they would have to show that they've been in the U.S. Working in an essential capacity job between January 31st, 2020 and August 24th, 2021, and The jobs must fall in one of the essential worker categories, which include but are not limited to medical and healthcare, telecommunications, information, technology systems, defense, food and agriculture, transportation and logistics, energy, water and wastewater, and law enforcement. So that would be, and then there's that would be TPS workers. And then the bill also talks about diversity visa winners who were not able to come to the United States due to the Trump travel or Muslim ban, or due to COVID. They can now reclaim their visa. It also talks about that Congress can recapture visas that have not been used, unused visas, which come to about 226,000 visas that have gone unused between 1992 and 2001. And I think that's pretty much the highlights that I'm going to talk about. But basically what it is that this budget reconciliation provisions depend on the current Senate parliamentarian, who's Elizabeth McDonough. Basically, her job is to interpret the rules for the Senate, and then the Senate gets to vote. So if she says that this immigration provisions relate to federal finances such as spending, revenues, or debt, then they get to vote on it. And if she says it doesn't, then they don't. But the Democrats have pretty much said that if she, if she finds that it doesn't relate to federal finances, they would, oppose it, and they would oppose it. So, but that there's not been nothing has been said with regards to that, except the fact that, well, Democrats and Republicans actually met with her, and she was asking the Senate Judiciary Chairman, Senator Durbin, to provide more legal theories to support the Democrats' argument with regards to the fact that immigration is part of, affects the federal finances. The Democrats are basically saying that providing citizenship for these groups will boost the GDP by $1.5 trillion, create 400,000 new jobs, and raise the annual wages of all Americans by an average of $600 over the next decade. So pretty much we're just going to wait and see what she says. And we're supposed to wait for, the Senate's Judiciary Committee was supposed to pass a bill tomorrow with regards to this, but it seems they're not going to do that either. So we're just going to wait for what the Senate parliamentarian says, and then we can go from there. So if anybody you know need immigration assistance, please feel free to call my office, 973-993-1900, or you can go to my website and put in your information there, www.odolamilaw.com. Thank you and good night.